What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the third episode of Just Talk podcast. My name is Taylan, the host. I'm joined by one of my good friends from school, known him for a while. Introduce yourself.
Um, David Romano, call my name David, but whatever you like, because people already say whatever they like.
Yeah, basically, David is just a funny guy. I'm just gonna say, yeah, he's very sporty as well. So today, um, what we've chosen to talk about is we want to talk about Arsenal versus Tottenham. Everyone knows I'm an Arsenal fan. He's a Tottenham fan. New information. Um, we want to talk about Jeffrey Dahmer. Obviously released maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago now.
Mm.
And we also want to talk about what was it again?
Q&A.
Yeah, Q&A. Obviously, I put some on my Instagram um, to put like questions through to me on a poll. Not on a poll, but like questions, and I'm gonna answer them in this episode with David. And yeah, my socials will be around here. David, if you want social, will be around here or add in the description as well. So yeah, let's get into it. So let's first talk about Arsenal versus Tottenham. So I was just put out there, yeah, Arsenal's well better than Tottenham. Everything, like,
Obviously, you think that, but I
yeah,
think right now, yeah.
huh?
I think right now, you are a bit better than us.
Oh, a little bit. We're well better than you. We're the best team in the league, top of the league. Like 5 points Kill City. Arteta is doing really well. I wouldn't have expected it, to be honest. Obviously, he had a rocky start in his first 2 seasons, 2 8th place finishes. Then obviously now he's doing absolute matters. I watched the documentary as well. It was really good, like insight to see obviously the passion and stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, well, it's
Like-
because that Tottenham's not really that far behind.
Yeah,
And like we have beat like Chelsea. We've done like a few wins. We're playing good. I
Yeah.
don't think we're that far behind, so there's still a chance. And plus, it's still early
of what Conte
Season.
era
season.
season. Yeah, I mean almost halfway though.
Yeah,
Like-
that's true.
Yeah, I mean like what, I think 16 games in. But yeah, honestly, like your team, I've always said this, right? Tottenham on paper, not a good team at all. Like the only good players, I've said it before, Kane, Son, and I say Kulusevski as well. But
Mm.
the team is like not good. Like you man play Emerson every game, week in, week out. I don't know why Conte prefers him over Doherty, but
I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is.
We have been doing some good stuff.
Yeah, recruitment, that's for sure. I wanted Jed Spence though. You guys took him from us. Obviously, that game against Nottingham Forest last year in the FA Cup third round, I think, and we lost 1-0. Obviously, hated that game. But everyone wanted Jed Spence at Arsenal, that's for sure. All the fans were on it. But, like, let's talk European football, yeah? As of right now, Tottenham are doing a bit better in Europe.
I know, champions.
Yeah. But Arsenal, like, last year, and we bottled it, those, like, last 3 games. I think it was Brighton, Newcastle, the likes of Southampton. We lost those 3 games on the trot, I think it was. But didn't work out. A Tottenham game put us off really bad as well. Lost 3-0 that game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That was obviously hell. But yeah, like, for some reason, pardon me, Tottenham play a lot better in Europe than they do in the Prem, which I don't get.
I can't explain because I don't think they've been doing that good in Europe for a long time. It's just like for some bits, like sometimes they'll
Yeah.
do good this season, then skip out a few and then do good again.
To be fair though, like, you had Conference League last season and we had no Europe. I think for us last year, that was a huge like pivotal point because we had to like say to ourselves and be like, this is it. If we don't get Europe this year, or at least Champions League, then it was over for Arteta. But obviously we started really bad last season. Then we finished, I think it was like 5th. We lost 2 points to you, I think.
So he like managed to like touch the bottom of the table for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We obviously lost, what was it? Brentford, Chelsea, and Man City as well. Those games, man, you don't understand. Like the amount of what do you call it? The amount of like time I get messages mid game, especially the Man City game we lost 5-0.
What are they saying? You're losing?
Yeah, like every 5 minutes, like these are like 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Obviously, I didn't want Arteta. I was a really big like Arteta out fan. I didn't like the guy for a while.
Mm.
For some reason, he's turned it around. He's obviously brought good players in. He's brought in Zinchenko, Jesus. He's transformed Martinelli differently, like madness. What a player! There's also like Ben White as well. Right back, challenging Tomiyasu, crazy. Saliba's doing really well as well. Best defender of the league right now, easily, currently.
So I
So
mean, our team we just got like I think Kozlowski. I mean, sometimes he just doesn't get played. Like,
yeah,
I'll just be like on my phone, just looking at live score while I'm training or something, and I'll just see that Kozlowski just come on like late in the game. I don't
yeah.
think that's smart.
To be fair, for some reason Conte prefers Richarlison over him. Obviously, he has been injured, fairs, because he has. But Richarlison, he's got like 0 goals and 2 assists in the Premier this season, I think. So it's obviously a bit weird that he's picked Richarlison to be on the right wing over the likes of Kulusevski. But like for me, Kulusevski's a baller. He was linked to Arsenal a couple like times last year. I wanted him personally. I thought he was a really good player. But unfortunately, Tottenham got him and he's like thriving there as well. That's for sure. I want to talk on like managers, the two managers we have, Conte versus Arteta. Conte is better for sure, all round. He's had a great history. He's played. He was at Juventus, the team, the Italian team. I'm guessing. Was he playing
No,
them?
no.
They're doing really well right now.
I only like Juventus for a bit because of the baller. I love the baller, but
Yeah,
I support AC Milan.
yeah. So what's Milan?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, obviously, he started there like I think it was 9 year in a row where they won Syria like every single year. Then he ended it. I think it was 2 seasons ago with Inter Milan, which is obviously mad. Um, but again, Arteta, first season as a full-on manager, obviously he won the FA Cup thanks to Aubameyang. Obviously, what times they were, man. He's a great player, scariest player, one of the scariest in the league. Um, then we won the Community Shield against Liverpool. But yeah, man, like, it's, how do I explain? Them times there, it was up. It was always up. Like, bear in mind, if we didn't win the FA Cup, we wouldn't have been in Europe for the next season. Obviously, that season we lost in the semi-final in the Europa League against Villarreal, which they went on to beat Man United. But it's obviously a bit sad to see kind of like how we didn't go to the final. I remember that game. I was on my bed. I was watching it on my TV. I was on call with my friend, and we were like watching at the same time and like screaming every time we hit the post, off the line, all that stuff. Like it's crazy. Like obviously, right now for sure, it's like let me say that again. If you're talking as of literally right now, Arteta's better for now.
Yeah.
If you say start of the Prem season, Arteta's a lot better. But overall, I take Conte. Like
Yeah.
that's what I think. He's
Yeah.
obviously had his part with Chelsea as well,
Chelsea.
which is mad. See, rate that from him.
But I think Conte has been good for so long as well.
Yeah, he's had that. He's had that thing. Put it like that. He's had that like what's the word? Longevity and like the legacy.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah, to obviously play the football he does. The usual 3-4-3. I don't know what's it with him and three at the back. Because people have been saying they want him to be England manager, but he'll probably do the exact same thing that he does, that Southgate does. Well, five at the back if you had to count the right mid, left mid. But yeah, man, it's obviously a bit annoying. Should I keep talking about Arsenal Tottenham, or should we accept the fact Arsenal's better, or
At this moment, I think if they had a match, Tottenham, it would be kind of close, if Conte does the right decisions and makes like the team with Kulusevski on the right, just plays everyone. And I think didn't Son get injured?
Son got injured, yeah, but
Yeah.
he's back now.
Yeah, he's
Back
back.
for the World Cup.
So it would be a close game, but I think Arsenal might win.
Arsenal will definitely win.
Also, it would depend on the stadium. This is like the tiniest bit. Because when you clock, I think for the last few games, even though it might be not perfect, every time Tottenham's played in the stadium with Arsenal, they've lost. I think when Arsenal
Not every
played
time, but
not every,
most of the times.
yeah,
But you know, Arsenal haven't won a single game at the New Tottenham Stadium. Obviously, I was there as a ball boy on October 1st. I think that was the game 1-3-1.
yeah.
That was a great game.
Oh, but decisions of the ref were kind of
Yeah, for both sides as well, that's for sure, I would say that. But what's it called? My boy Taylor, he'll see this from the ball squads. Like, I don't know if you saw, but there was a moment towards the end of the game where I think it was Dyer and Sessegnon trying to fight off one of the ball boys to get the ball off him.
Is it?
Yeah, like, it was all over Twitter. Like, he was getting filmed by loads of fans. And like every time we go to a game, at least one person recognises him and he goes, "You're that ball boy that was at the Tottenham game. Absolute legend." But yeah, shout out my boy Taylor. If he sees this, yeah, I'll make sure he sees this. But yeah, man, I think Arsenal will win as of now. If they were to play, let's say today, yeah, there's an announcement. They're gonna have like a friendly, pure friendly. Fans can come and watch over at the Emirates. I'd say we easily win at 4-1. Easily win 4-1.
Yeah, something like that.
If you were at your stadium, I'd say we lose like 3-1, 3-1, 3-2.
I would see that close, like even like 2-1. Because obviously, like right now, I have like something against like a little bit of Tottenham because I want them to get like new players. Because I know Kane's been consistent, but it's not going to be like that for long.
Yeah.
And I think like they should be changing the team already, much more, but keep some.
See, like that's the same with us as well. Arsenal, we have squad depth, but we don't have good squad depth. We have like people like Lokonga, Vieira. I personally don't like the players. Lokonga for me, like every time I watch him, he sometimes misplays his pass. Like Lokonga, he played one game like he's, let's say, I don't know, prime Iniesta. That's a bit of a stretch, but he's just a really good player on his day. Let's say it this way, he's an on his day player for me anyway. Vieira as well. Every time he gets bodied off the ball, he needs to have at least 5 to 10 seconds on the ball to be able to release it. That game against Wolves, obviously he had a good game when he came off a Shaka, assisted Odegaard's goal. But yeah, there was that whole thing as well. But yeah, man, as of now, I'd say Arsenal's better for sure. You can I feel like at school as well, even Tottenham fans would say it. Arsenal right now apparently better. It feels like teachers as well.
Teachers.
Yeah, man. All right, mate. Let's go. Should we go on next thing? We talk about. You can start this one.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Bro, that show, man. Alright, in 3 words, like say how you feel about it. In 3 words.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
But also, like, how would you say, like, knowledgeable? Like, because it actually does teach you some things.
Yeah, that's true. Not always like trust everyone. Very much true on that. For me, I'd say just 3 words. Yeah. Very, very weird. Everyone I've spoken to about it, the only thing I've said is so weird. Like the scenes in there, crazy. Obviously, I've seen loads of like what's the word? I think montages of like the Netflix version and real life version of the whole Jeffrey Dahmer case. It's so accurate. It's so
It's
like
very
so
accurate.
sick.
But why I said knowledgeable, because it taught me that everyone's like how they are because of how they've grown up.
Yeah. Obviously,
Like-
he had his whole thing with his dad, didn't it?
Yeah,
Cutting all the roadkill.
yeah, he used to like cut roadkill. But I think that's why like most people that do like bad things, they're just like that because they've grown up like that.
Yeah, man. I felt bad. There was one part where I felt bad for him. I think it was second or third episode, where his mum just left.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And he was like, "You can't just leave me here. You can't do this. You can't do that." I felt really bad for him. Obviously, it might sound a bit controversial because of what he did, but I feel like that fully made him be what he was, kind of. If it wasn't for the killing he did on the hitchhiker, then I don't think it would have happened. But
But he did it before, didn't he? In like the army.
yeah,
It's actually disgusting.
it's crazy. But the first episode, that guy, like, he brought home, house was drunk, guy, the way the guy was dancing.
Nah, the
Oh my
episodes
God.
just piss me off more than disgust me.
Yeah, man.
Because, like, I understand, like, you like Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever. Well, actually, I don't, but.
Yeah.
How, man said, like, he went inside, saw everything trashed. The guy was already weird. There's
Yeah.
like 10 billion red flags and he still went.
Yeah, man. Bro, like, what's it called? When he ran out, I felt sorry for him.
I don't know.
But obviously, for me, I can't watch things that like have people cutting, like it's like a head off or an arm off. Disgust me like mad. So every time there was suspenseful music going up, and then down, I'd cover my eyes and I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Cartoon. I
Yeah.
don't mind. I don't know why. I feel like, you know, when like the army people came to our school.
Yeah.
I
on
felt
Monday.
like I could have just went to war and filmed it. Controversial, but I feel like bad stuff could have happened to me, and I wouldn't feel bad about it. I
Mad
don't
weird,
know.
bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I was honestly so happy that he left.
I
Obviously,
don't know.
remember Glenda, like his neighbor,
Oh yeah.
the guy that was like the girl that was onto him. I was so thankful that she was there, but I was obviously sad for her as well because she called the police non-stop.
Yeah, I know. I think they did it just for like, because the police were racist.
And the one younger as well, the 14-year-old.
Oh yeah.
He had his drink, had him drunk. The guy ran out in his pants, had like a towel or something around him. That was obviously a bit of a mad scene. I felt kind of bad for him. Obviously, not kind of. That's like very bad for him.
Mm.
No 14-year-old should go through that. Like, one thing that shows taught me is like, don't trust anyone. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, don't trust everyone because one wrong move and it's done. It's like, obviously things happen in my life that I'm not gonna name. Don't wanna cause no problems, but you could tell someone, you'd say don't tell anyone. They say, "Alright, fine, I won't tell anyone." They'll go and tell the whole world.
I don't know. I can agree.
Yeah, and then it's like paparazzi. It's like a whole scandal of like, oh, you done this, you done this, and it's mad. It's not something I personally like. I don't think anyone else would personally like that either. It's obviously not favourable to be doing that.
Yeah,
But-
because recently I've been like that as well. I've
Mm.
just kept everything to myself. I think I've even became like way more introverted than extrovert.
Yeah,
I'm just like chilling by myself.
grinding season, bro. I see your snap story going like football every day, gym every day, all of that, man.
Yeah. Because it's like you can't work hard and have it not pay off. And I
Yeah,
go by
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And so like I train every day. I
Yeah.
don't really care if I'm tired.
I was gonna say something. Remember Tony guy, the guy that was deaf, mute, and he got killed and eaten by Jeff.
I think I forgot that bit.
You forgot that bit.
I don't know.
Oh, let me find a video. Like the guy who, like, had so much effort for him. If that makes sense. Let me find it. This guy. Do you see? Recognize? No? I thought you watched it, bro.
I did, but I think I might have missed it falling asleep or something. Because I
Nice,
always
yeah.
I can't stay awake watching shows.
You probably missed the best part. This guy?
Yes,
No?
maybe, but I
Yeah,
don't
man.
remember.
Obviously, it was sad. Like, they met in the bar. He ditched his mate to chat to Jeffrey. And then obviously Jeffrey found out he was deaf, and he was like, he tried to, what you call it, communicate with him. Obviously they couldn't really. And then Tony always had his like paper, his like, little notebook, and he'd write what he wanted to say, like, "Oh, how are you? My name's Tony. This." Then they did loads of photo shoots together. They had loads of memories together. They went to Jeffrey's house, right? Stayed overnight, but before they like slept, they chilled. Jeffrey was gonna put like drugs in Tony's coat, and then he was like, he took it out and he put it back in. The camera was like on his pocket, so it was like there. It was like, no, he put it back in. They chilled for the night. They played this game, some weird game where like if you guys are down on top of each other, you get knocked out of the vortex. That's what he said.
What?
I don't know. It's like you get knocked out of the vortex, and I was like, huh? That's when Tony got onto him, not like badly, but he's like, but why? He tried to find out really why. He said he doesn't know. They played the game. Tony landed on Jeff. Jeff went to hit it. He went like down, and he held his arm. And like they looked at each other, and then he was like, Tony was like, nodded his head and just went to sleep, whatever. The next day, this is where it breaks my heart. Tony woke up late for work, and then obviously, what's it called? Jeffrey didn't want him to leave because obviously he wanted to kill him, but he let him go. But he was like so angry, and Tony came back. He had like a piece of paper and he said, "I forgot my keys." Walks in, and then it's like a clip of like Jeff, just his legs, right, like his waist down, his legs, and he's tensing his fist. He got his knife behind his back. He walks in, bang, bang, bang. You obviously don't see that part, and then goes to a clip where like obviously Tony's dead, lying face first on the bed. He goes to his hand and holds it. I was like, that's mad. Like you just killed a guy, and you're gonna do that.
I know, he's so fucked. Didn't he do that for like almost everyone though?
Yeah. He was
as
like
soon as they're
cannibal, whatever it was. And then there were loads of edits I saw on TikTok and stuff, just him eating the guy. And I was like,
fucked.
that's what Jeff did. Like, what went through his head?
I mean, he doesn't know what's right or wrong.
Yeah.
No one ever like told him as a kid like, oh, killing's bad. Well, obviously killing's bad. Everyone probably told him, but like,
Yeah.
he was not told what anything that's good or bad.
I feel like his like what's the words? His mum and dad weren't there for him when he needed them most.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Because he was on alcohol, like alcohol.
Yeah, so
for a long time. Then he met his stepmom or something like that. And then he was like to his dad, I've stopped alcohol, I'm having coke now, which is obviously good. And then when he killed Tony, was he had him, I guess you could say. He had loads of drinks of alcohol. He went 1, 2, 3, like drunk it all down in like one clip. And obviously, like I was like, that really did hit. Like, it must be really sad. Did you watch the scene where obviously he went to jail? Were you there?
yeah, he was honest.
He got all of his money, all his cards. One thing that really bugged me though, he was like on the card it said, we dress up as you for Halloween. Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? Like, yeah, okay, Fairs, he might be like a scary character doing what he did, but why would you dress up as him? I understand, like, yeah, it might be different and whatnot, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Hold on 2 seconds, guys.
But then like the prisoners even hate him. That's mad.
Yeah, and that guy like killed him in prison.
Yeah, that's.
Like I remember he backed him up to a corner and he was like, "Did you kill?" Like, he saw a newspaper of him killing all the 14-year-old, well, all the youngers, olders, his age. And then the guy found out, put him to a corner, and he hit him with like I think it was weights, like bang bang, on his head. And then the next day, his dad got a phone call, and he was like, something like, obviously your son's died." Goes to the thing, and his face is mashed. Like the one side of his face, blood, like it's gone.
I feel so bad for his dad as well.
Yeah.
Because I think in the scene, I would have gone back to his dad. That voice crack was mad, but in the house, she was always on his case, even though, like, wasn't she, like, mentally unstable?
Yeah.
And they married early, so they got bored of each other. And I had to, like, whiz back his dad.
Yeah, man. Like the amount of arguments as well the parents had with Jeff in the house,
Mm.
that messes up someone's head. Like honestly, they could fall into like deep depression because of that.
Yeah, I know.
Like obviously, I'm just gonna say it now. If you need someone to chat to you, there will always be someone in it. Like
Yeah,
if you're into deep depression and you're into anxiety, all this, someone there to speak to you. I'm here if you need. Honestly, any of my supporters, if there is any, obviously. But yeah, like the whole show is messed up. The whole like court case as well. That one scene where Tony's mum, she was like, two fingers in the thumb mean I love you, and I was like, that's so sad. And Jeff was there. He like sat like that, looked down, and then no emotion, nothing. He got attacked as well. When I say attacked, like verbally attacked, emotionally attacked. He was like, I hate you, Jeff. You don't deserve to be in life. You deserve to burn in hell. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. Just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's obviously a mad scene. So yeah, like I said, my thoughts on Jeffrey Dahmer, very very weird. You said sad as well, at some point. Did you say thing and you said what you say?
Disgusting, weird, knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable, yeah. One more thing, if not, if we can talk about more, I'll talk about more. I'm happy to talk about more. It was a Q&A. Obviously, a couple of days ago, I posted on my Instagram, write some questions in the poll, and I got a couple of replies, and yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. So, shall I name the people who said it? I'll name a couple of people who said it. So from Harry, on our class, he replied, he said, who will finish higher this season? Spurs or Arsenal?
Please discuss that.
It's going to be Arsenal. We all know, like. This person wants to say anonymous. Thoughts on the Ronaldo interview. That is one thing I want to talk about.
I've seen bits of that, but I haven't seen the entire thing.
It's so mad. Like, he's lashed out at United. He's gone at them. He didn't care, like, literally. Which is what I rate about him. Because he's been disrespected. He's the GOAT. He's the best player of all time, in my opinion. Do you think he's the best player of all time?
Of all time?
Of all time.
No.
Is it?
No. I wouldn't say that the best player of all time. Ronaldo is one of the best, but I can't like name one person who's the best. Because then you have like Maradona, you have Messi, you have Neymar. But
I'd say Ronaldo. Always said Ronaldo. But yeah, I respect him for the interview, that's for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna see this question after. Alright, so our good friend Ledio, shout out Ledio, guess you know Ledio. Again, very dedicated guy. What do you want to be in the future? I'm gonna let you talk because I've spoken quite a bit to be fair. I want you to give a detailed, like English, a detailed paragraph about what you're doing. Yeah, exactly.
Well, obviously, I want to be a footballer. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that like I just want to be a footballer. I want to work as hard as I can to be a footballer.
This guy works every day, from what I've seen anyway. It's just he's dedicated. I get told I'm dedicated, but this guy's different level. I'm just gonna say that now. You got any backup plans or just football?
I mean, I've worked on my mentality for a long time. Like everything I do, I learn from it, and like I feel like if I got an injury or something, or like I stopped working for football, I could just put my mind to anything and work, and then be able to do it. Let's say like an engineer, I'll just like think so hard and focus on trying to be an engineer, and then I'll be.
Yeah, see, I like that. Obviously, I want to be a footballer as well, inshallah, one day. But like I said, I'm not as dedicated as David. But I would say I'm still dedicated. But I played for a couple clubs. I'm like oh my god, I'm on the right football, innit? I'm good, I'd say, but there's obviously levels to being good and excellent and out as well.
Wait. So what clubs did you play for?
What club do I play for now? I play for Powerhorse. Um, like a family to me, man. I joined this year. It's a great club. Um, it's on the up right now. We obviously played against Ledio's team. I think last Sunday. It wasn't too bad of a game. 1-1 draw, but I'm still waiting for that clip, by the way. Once I get it, or if I do get it, I'm gonna post it. I'm just gonna let you guys see what I'm talking about again. But yeah, if I'm not a footballer, I want to be what I'm doing right now. I want to be a podcaster. Um, I'm getting like loads of people at school coming up to me saying, "You started a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." Those youngers as well, you know. They always come to me like, "You're the guy that just do a podcast." I'm like, "Yeah, man." And then they're like, "I'm subscribed." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, man." All that type of stuff. But yeah, if not, then podcast. That's for sure. I feel like I enjoy it, just talking, letting people know how I feel about different things, and yeah. Um, my friend Matthew from the club, he asked if you didn't support your current team, like what team you support, what team would you support? I support Arsenal. It's a bit of a mad one, but I support Leyton Orient. League Two. My what's it called? My auntie and my uncle like lives not even 30 seconds away from the stadium, so that's why I support them. They do really well in League Two as well right now. And yeah, my broski from primary, Rio, if he sees this hopefully, he played there as well. He got scouted there, played really well. Now he's at Norwich doing just what he does, playing football. Yeah, so obviously, Joe.
In Prem, I wouldn't know because I support Tottenham because I grew up at a young age in Bush Hill, and I think there was like a pub there with like lots of Tottenham fans. I mean, I don't know lots, but everything I saw was just Tottenham fans. And back then, my dad would just go to pub, try to get tickets, or like we'll just watch the matches there and just be loud. It was just like the calmest thing, and since then I've just loved Tottenham.
So like you don't know any team, you support. Let's say Tottenham, like all their money just went. They went massive debt. They had to shut down the stadium, the club fully, wreck down the stadium. You would support any other team from England. It could be League Two, National League. You know what I mean? If you didn't support Tottenham.
It's hard because like, wait, but in Prem,
In Prem, like any English league, any.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll just choose City because it's just OP.
I feel like if they played Arsenal right now, it would be a close game. Very close game. City and Arsenal.
I agree, but they've been doing way too good right now. Well, not as good as Arsenal, but they've been doing kind of good, and they're scary, kind of.
Yeah, Haaland as well. Haaland and KDB. Oh my days, that's a scary link up. I'm not looking forward to that at the Emirates, or when we go to the Etihad.
Wait, didn't they get a new owner, so they have even more money, or was that someone else?
I think that was like a while ago, a few years back. They got a new owner. They bought loads of players. You know, Man United have spent more than City, but they won basically no trophies compared to them.
I don't know. I mean, it would suck to be a Man United fan.
Yeah.
You know, like my Sunday League team literally got close to beating them.
Is it? That's it. Alright. One last question. This might take a while. When I say a while, maybe like 50 minutes. Best possible starting 11. I'm going to say players that are playing right now. Any prime. It could be now, like a few years back, whenever. In goal, who would I say? The best keeper ever.
Wait, any country, all time?
Any country. All time.
Buffon.
Huh?
Buffon.
You know, I've always loved Buffon. Yeah, I'm going to say Buffon as well. I'll be real. It's obviously got to be players that, like, that's played in our years. If that makes sense. It can't be like Pele or Maradona.
I mean, he did play, but he was better way before us.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't he, like, still playing?
Yeah, he plays in, like, Serie B.
Yeah.
Like Palmer. Right back. I'm gonna say Dani Alves.
I don't know.
I think Dani Alves has been, for me anyway, none other than a monster right back. Like him and Ronaldo when he's at Real Madrid, left and right side, crazy. Just all of that stuff, man. It's mad. Who would you say?
I don't know. Because if like most right backs that I've seen or like properly looked at, they've just been good for a while and then they just go downhill. Like you see, who is it? I can't remember his name. Liverpool right back.
Trent.
Trent, yeah.
He's so dead. I can't lie.
He was good for a bit, I think.
He was good for a bit, yeah, for sure.
But that's what I mean.
So you can't think of anyone on right back.
I'll just agree with you then.
Dani Alves,
Yeah.
centre back.
Because there's been so many before our time that have been.
See, no, I'm saying from like our time,
Yeah.
from what we've watched. I'm saying Ramos, he's got to be there.
Yeah.
This could be controversial. I would say Van Dijk.
Van Dijk.
Yeah. See, Van Dijk recently has been really good. Really, really good.
I don't know.
Even after his ACL injury, he was actually like performing quite well. But obviously, he wasn't at the level that he was at a while ago. You know what I mean? But to see him obviously play well now makes me happy as an Arsenal fan because I want like good competition in the Prem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like obviously, Man City run away with the title every year, but we have to charge it in there.
Well,
Like,
that's why I like watching Serie A a bit more.
yeah,
Because there it's like it's not way more fair, but more of the teams are on the same level and most teams you could expect to beat them and
Yeah.
very small chance they would beat them. So it's kind of like a normal like league, like very normal, apart from Napoli.
yeah. Left back. Oh, you haven't even said your ones. Your two centre backs.
Nah, I'm agreeing with that.
Oh,
Ramos.
what's the matter? Left back. I'm gonna let you start on this one. There's obviously quite a few good ones. I feel like an underrated shout would be Jordi Alba. Using right for Barca. I've got one for sure. You can't have you 4-1.
I don't know.
For me, it's got to be Marcelo.
Oh yeah,
It's
Marcelo.
got to be Marcelo. He
I don't
was
know why I didn't think of him.
unbelievable.
Yeah, he's been in class for so long.
Yeah, man. He's had that longevity with the likes of Ronaldo on the left side in the Zidane era. That was some scary stuff, bro. I can't lie. But what's it called? Yeah, for me, Ramos. I mean, that's Ramos. Marcelo.
Yeah, Marcelo.
He had a mad touch. He has flair, like different flair. Yeah, man. It's just I really do like the way he plays. 3 centre mids. Huh?
Does Iniesta still play?
He still plays. Yeah, he still plays.
Well, I mean, back then he was.
Huh?
Back then, like not back then, but when I watched him play, like as a little kid.
For me, I'd say Iniesta. Xavi as well. I know he doesn't play, but he was obviously there when we used to watch it. Still do it. I'd say Xavi, Iniesta. This. I don't think it should be controversial, but for me it will be. I'd say someone like Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, Kevin De Bruyne. He's so cold sometimes. Like you just like look and see highlights and just see him score like beat 2 people and then put it top bottom left.
Yeah, bro.
And like his passes are just too.
You know, I used to never rate him. For some reason, I used to never rate him as a baller, but I've come to realise from the start of middle of last season, I've realised he's actually such a class player.
I know.
Like the assist he makes. Now he's got Haaland running at the end of it. Obviously they've sold Jesus, so Arsenal he's been really well. But obviously Haaland now the partnership is just crazy. Like it's mad. Yeah, so I'd say Iniesta as well. He has some football mind. It's unbelievable. Xavi as well. He has some passing range. Obviously I used to play FIFA. I'll stop because I haven't got much time. But yeah, like he had a wonder right foot, just mad. Now he's coaching at Barca, makes you a bit more happy because obviously he's still having that legacy going on at Barca. So obviously that's for me, innit? Who'd you say?
Yeah, Iniesta.
Yes, for sure.
Wait, who else did we mention? Oh yeah, KDB.
Oh, well, that's it. You have two centre mids.
Yeah.
Who's number
I'll
three?
do 4-4-2.
Oh, you did 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's your right mid and left mid?
You know, I want to say, because when you go and say the wingers are just like trained, like Liao, like he's cold, like in Champions, it's just been well, in Champions not that good, but it's so good to watch. Like if I'm going to watch AC Milan game, I'll look at lineups, and if I don't see Liao, I'll just like,
Yeah.
or
Who's left mid?
nothing. I could say Neymar.
Yeah.
Man, Neymar, it's just too cold.
Yeah. Neymar, he is
Bro,
unbelievable.
every once in a while, I'll just open up my laptop, just look at Neymar.
Yeah.
Play.
Oh my dear, I remember them days.
Yeah, them days. But I still do it now.
Yeah.
He's just such a like class player.
Bro, at primary, like I'd be doing rainbow flicks like it was nothing. Remember, like Nike, I think wasn't Air Force Ones, but it was like just Nikes in it, and like I'd be rainbow flicking people like it was nothing. With a dodgeball as well, because like we didn't have like proper footballs, we just have that dodgeball but pumped up ones, so they're obviously good to play with. But yeah, man, I do rainbow flicks like it was nothing. Just like I love Neymar, man. Honestly, like he's out of this world, and that injury that he had, the World Cup. Like if he said something like 2 centimeters to the side, he wouldn't have been playing again.
But I mean, this season he's done good.
He's done really well. He's actually
Bro,
class this season.
I think for World Cup,
He's in the ball out. He has to ball out.
well, the three teams for World Cup is just Portugal, Argentina, and Brazil.
Yeah. I don't remember if I said the same before, but I said Brazil will win it. Argentina will come second. England will come third. Portugal will come fourth. But then I come to realise France as well. I feel like they'll bottle it, to be honest. I feel like they'll bottle it in the quarterfinals.
They have so many good players.
Yeah, but before the World Cup, like the qualifying games, they weren't doing that well. Friendlies as well. I know the friendlies, but still weren't doing that well. Stuff like that. Some
Finals. What I want, like personally, would be perfect. Portugal, Argentina, Messi, Ronaldo.
That's what I want for sure.
And then Neymar, and Brazil for third, and then England. Because England, I feel like they always do good, but then just not like finish the job.
Yeah.
Like they'll do good and then we'll go up to like semis and then just like.
Yeah. That's for sure. My front three. Let's go with Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo. Neymar spoken about, obviously Brazilian flair, unbelievable talent. Just one thing he lacks for me is the hunger, which I feel like he's getting now, the way he's playing. But Ronaldo again, just the GOAT, best player of all time, greatest player of all time. Yeah, people say Messi's had more Ballon d'Ors, but
Yeah, I can't lie. The last one, even though I'm like a Messi fan, should have been given to Lewandowski.
yeah, Lewandowski. Him, Lewandowski, Suarez, and Benzema are honourable mentions as well to go in that squad. But yeah, Ronaldo for me, best player in the world. Just his hard work. The thing with him, Messi is talent. Ronaldo is hard work. Messi as well, wonder over left foot. Like,
I know, and now he's not even like trying to be like what he was. He's trying to be like supportive.
yeah,
Like if you see like some of his PSG games, he's been assisting. He's even got like goals.
yeah.
Like, very good goals.
He has like 30 goals and assists this season. Like, it's crazy. Who's your front two? Two strikers.
Messi, obviously. But it's like if it's just one more, then it's unfair to all the others because I wouldn't know who would be good with Messi.
Probably Ronaldo.
Ronaldo back then, yeah.
That's our best starting 11. I want to ask you 2 more questions, and then we'll call it. I think that's it for this video. It's been a while. One question I want to ask you is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think you'll do in your GCSE exams 1 year and a bit from now?
I mean, recently I've just got bad grades. I'm not even joking. Like, for my art, I just got 2. For science, I've got like an under. Like, I've got like barely any marks. I think for maths, I'm not bad.
Yeah,
English.
we just did our maths test as well.
It hasn't came back now.
They're giving ours like next week, I think.
But like my grades, like I always get decent grades without trying. Like last year, I got just national grades and above grades.
So what's your average, do you think, from 1 to
Nothing.
9? 6, 7, 8.
It's 7.
7. For me, obviously I do like business, history, French, computing. Those subjects I chose. The rest I don't need to name. They're obviously compulsory. I feel like on average I'll get 7s or 8s, maybe like 1 9.
But I feel like next year, I mean, I know I've been told not to do it, but I feel like next year if I try, I'll get good grades. Like if I just revise, but
Yeah.
But then I don't have time. Like,
Yeah.
I barely have time to do homework. Like, I'll come home, eat, do my training. Maybe if I'm tired, I'll sleep. Go train or like go gym. You know, I'll come home, do my homework, and then that's it.
Yeah. Okay, one last question I want to ask. Do you have any like... What's the mic good? Anyway, one question I want to ask is, do you have any like pre-match rituals? Hold on a second. Yeah, do you have any like pre-match rituals that you do?
I've always been trying different things because pressure just gets the best of me. Like I could, I could be as good as Messi, and I feel like the amount of like pressure that I put on myself is just make me play bad. But like before a game, I think I'll just try like not think about football, because something I've learned, like if I think too much, then I'll just make too much pressure.
Yeah.
So if I like just wake up and just like meditate or something, I know that sounds mad, but like just sit there for like 10 minutes, clearing my mind.
For me, obviously I'm a heavy Muslim, alhamdulillah, follow the religion of Islam. I always pray, like I make du'as to Allah, asking to win the game, maybe score a goal, have an assist, get a clean sheet. And I always step with my right foot on the pitch. I feel like for me it's right. Even at Arsenal, like when we get the flags for Europa League or Women's Champions League, we'd go from a corner. I'd always make sure, because me and the guy I always chill with, we're both Muslim, so I always tell him, shout out Yusuf, I always say, step with your right foot, bro, just do it. And then we both do it together, obviously split rounds, and then we do the flag. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Thanks Ian for coming on today, really appreciate it. Good podcast today. Thank you guys for watching, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications so you know when a new video comes out. This is being filmed the day where my podcast episode number 2 comes out, so make sure you guys check that out as well. Yeah, socials and stuff will be down below. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one.